All right. How's it going tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy surprise stream. What are these? Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, well, let's do some Pidgin stuff, and we should probably stream it. So here we are. I'm trying to remember what we left off on implementing from Ibis 16, and I don't know what, if anything, we did. Maybe the connect async thing. But yeah, how's it going, Matt? Welcome, welcome. How are you? Oh, that was June 30th. Okay. An account setting for requiring a password. I'm looking for anything that says IRC. I'm doing all right. Tired and stuff, but you know, whatever. Depend on Ibis 16. Did we do anything with this since then? Nope. Okay. It's possible we did something, but... An account setting for requiring password, and yeah, then nothing else after that. So does this work right now? Or do we just BS the connection stuff? I think we just BS the connection stuff. Lovely. Oh, I didn't mean to run turtles, but whatever. It's fine. Go ahead, let them run. So last night I knocked out a whole bunch of documentation stuff to try to make stuff make more sense. And we're going to probably do some more of this tonight. And actually, maybe we'll start that one. I don't know. But so, like... the message page, like the top level thing, used to just say, purple message represents any message passed between users in libpurple. That's all it said. So I went through and documented a whole bunch more about it, talking about how, like, not getting super deep, but just trying to, you know, give ideas and stuff, like formatting is handled via Pango markup, yada, yada, yada. The message content is just plain text of the string, so on and so forth, this kind of stuff. And what we might start doing tonight, we'll see, is the basic how to build a protocol plugin. So we already have a basic C plugin tutorial. And this is okay. But we might do a how to build a protocol plugin. Not that it's super hard, but there's just a lot of bullshit. But it's more, like, I'm more worried about getting the interactions in place and like what's expected of the protocol rather than like here's an example program, right? Because you can there's lots of examples already. I think getting the concepts is a better idea, but like I'm too close to know what's helpful, right? Because like I built it, so like I don't really have questions. So I need input from somebody to like, or from multiple somebodies to help me figure out like which way to go with it. So yeah. All right, so does IRC even connect right now? Yes. Okay, how the fuck is this working? All right, what branch am I on to? Okay. All right, so we did update this for Ibis client async. When the hell did this happen? $51.96. Ah, okay, I did, yeah, okay. I did that all there. So, I guess we updated IBIS before we did this part, which is fine. Not a problem, all okay, it's fine. What we're looking for is the stopped signal. Yeah, and we do not have that right now, which is fine. I don't really care about notify error, because that's we're using this as a bullshit way to get a connection error. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of this. Well, we'll leave this for a second. But we're gonna do G signal connect object connection client comma stopped. So stop gets called whenever we get disconnected, right? That's something we need to know. Or, IBIS client. I don't know if this has any parameters. What did we... Oh, we deprecated this for connect async. I was like, what the fuck did we deprecate this for? Alright, just user data. Alright. Oh. We can just do this purple connection, actually. Error equals IBIS client get error client. If error is not equal to null, yeah, we don't know why we stopped. Huh. Purple connection. Does this have an error? This doesn't have an error. Did we move this into account? Oh, it's purple account disconnect. Dummy. Alright, so I want to grab the account. Count equals purple connection, get account, connection. Let's go into Ubuntu. Welcome, welcome. Purple connection, disconnect. Purple account. I think it's disconnect with error. Okay, so this does not take the error. Disconnects account and sets error to... Okay. At least it says it doesn't. Alright, we call set error, not take error. Okay, good. Okay. Let's account, then message, then, yeah. We're just gonna say lost connection to server. We don't actually know the specifics here. else purple account disconnect. Oh, no, I'm underthinking this. The message is like what could get sent to the server. That's not clear at all. So like this is like a quit message. So we're gonna set that to null. Again, like a lot of things in the docs need to be cleaned up. A lot of stuff like this. And they're just like that because, you know, when you're writing this, you get expert blind to it. And then you can't remember that you did it, and then, you know, it becomes a problem because other people haven't seen it yet. Define but not use. Connection error callback. Oh, yep. Alright, this is gonna get shitty to test. I was waiting to do this for a while because I wanted to test it from my laptop because that'd be easier, but it's fine, we can do it this way. Although I really want the script for my laptop, so I don't have to remember this. Alright, give me 1 second. Let me go get my laptop. Ugh. Alright, so I just have a silly script that will use IP tables to block all traffic, drop all traffic from a port. And that obviously makes things easy. Where did I put it though is the question. Oh, what the hell did I change here? Oh, I started working on this here and didn't finish. I added a warning to say client stopped account, but yeah, I guess that's helpful. These are problematic. So we realized I realized there's a problem with the way that Pidgin 3 starts up right now. And basically we load all the context and everything at startup before we finish showing the UI or anything, which is technically okay, but also problematic. So like I have like 8,000 contacts on one of my instances because I was sitting in the GDQ channels and I was stress testing and stuff like that. So it takes a while to get through everything. So we need to like optimize that and also not hide the UI. Like I don't want to splash screen it, but like it would benefit from a splash screen, which is sad. But part of the problem is the way the database is set up, and we can fix it by easily. So like we do, if you're aware of like the N+1 problem in databases, and I think I have this right, but maybe not. But it's like one query, or you need you have like one query to do, but you have to do it but you have to do n additional queries or something like that. But we're like N+3 or something because we load all the contacts, all their properties at once, and then we have multiple many-to-many tables we have to look up, and that's where things go to shit. And like there's other ways we could do it too, because since we're doing like a full scan at startup, Instead of doing multiple queries for each one of those many tables, we could do full queries for all of them. Just hit the whole damn table and then just filter through all those results, and that might be faster. But there's a whole bunch of bullshit we're gonna have to go through and figure out what to do there, which sucks. But yep. So I added a G warning. Client stopped account. Sent S. Why don't we just do this? Account get name. Like I did this with some ternary operator bullshit. Alright, there we go. Much better. Like I had like account equals whatever and then error equals whatever, and that just, it always showed that all the time. But alright. Where the hell's the script? It's like drop ergo or something. Is it in my home directory? Yeah, there it is. Local bin drop ergo. I don't know why I did bash, but sure. Input command equals input minus p TCP. I should just S copy this, but whatever. So it's 1.220 minus j drop. That's my ergo server. Output command equals output minus p TCP minus d 192.168.1.220 minus j drop. V tables minus a input command v tables minus a output command echo press any key to remove read minus n1. Oh, that's why it's bash, because of read. Yeah, this is dumb. This is dumb because we should have cleanup. Yeah, didn't I do this somewhere else? Oh, that's where it was. So we're gonna have cleanup. IP tables. SD. And we say trap, cleanup, exit, int term. And then at startup, we also clean up. So in case something didn't get deleted right, we delete it all, and then we go from there. All right, so if I connect here. Right, so we're connected. Cool. We don't have any notifications. We're gonna come over here. I'm gonna say sudo drop ergo. What? I quoted something weird. Yeah, these aren't supposed to be quoted. Is it minus F to... No. That's definitely not what I have in the script here. Option, I'm thinking it's optional. Alright, well, whatever. Append chain rule. List rules. V4 protocol. Silver's destination match jump. Go to change. Fragment. Not what I want. Alright, whatever. It's just, let's just not call cleanup at startup. Okay. So we should see this fail here shortly. So we're gonna stop getting pings and pongs. So it should happen to all my instances that are talking to Ergo. The question is, how long is it going to take? Pidgin 2, I don't know if this build is recent enough. But I just recently fixed this in Pidgin 2 because somebody was asking for it. Like, we were doing keep alives, but we were never checking to see if the keep alives actually kept anything alive. So, like, we were actually getting, like, TCP timeouts, which were killing the connection. Not actually our keep alives. Go figure. So, not sure how long that bug's been there, but yeah. 9:42 was our last pong, so we're almost at 2 minutes. We should be going here soon. Yeah, I think it's 2 minutes, but we got to get to... What's the full time here? 26. 10 more seconds-ish. And... maybe, maybe not. I don't remember how long it's actually supposed to take. Fuck, man. We're gonna get a ping, or are we actually disconnected? We might actually be disconnected now. We're gonna make some tweaks to this, though. I think that's how you do this. But that's not giving me seconds. Oh yeah, it is, never mind. Alright, did we get reconnected? No, we still didn't get reconnected. Looks like Pidgin 2 came back, though. Or didn't. Oh yeah, Pidgin 2 is back. Pigeon 3 still did not detect it. Motherfucker. Alright. Um... Did I get blocked? What the fuck? Terminal looks like it got all fucked up. This should be all I need to do. What the fuck? Oh, the only thing that makes sense is the IP table rules didn't actually get deleted, right? But they look fine? No, that doesn't make sense anyways, because the rest of the machine is fine. What the hell am I missing here? Alright, I don't know who that is, but why the hell is this not working, man? Um, I don't understand this. Yep, that should do it all. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely able to send messages, so it's not... Yeah, that's all here. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Jesus fuck. I can tell no one's paying attention because nobody called out my typo. Okay. How long is this going to take to die? Started at 9:54:07. Because it's possible this isn't set up right either. Like, I thought I did all this testing, but maybe not. But everything from this machine should be disconnected here. Well, it should ping timeout. But I know we tested this because we tested the client pinging and stuff. I don't remember how we tested it, but we did. Alright, so there's the server trying to ping everybody like, hey, where are you? But we're getting dropped, but we're seeing it because ngrep will still see the traffic even though IP tables is killing it. Which seems weird, but whatever. This is in promiscuous mode, so it sees it before or something? I don't know. Alright, the server, ping, 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 ping. Although I don't see any of our guys pinging the server, which they should be doing. What time do we start this? 9:54. So in a minute or two. Oh, come on. Like I said, this might just be broke. And it looks like it might be broke. Yeah, client-side ping. The server definitely has stopped responding. Oh, this might be a two-part issue. The client might not be handling the, or the CLI might not be handling the signal, which is really dumb. Okay, so when we connect, okay, once connected, we connect the stop signal. That should be working, but that didn't do shit. All right, well, how's it going, Sam? Welcome, welcome. How are you? How have you been? Hopefully doing well. Better than last time we talked, which I feel like an idiot. I looked up what was going on. I was like, oh, I apparently had not seen the news, which is dumb, but that's how it goes sometimes. I think the token's a string. Found with the news is that someone is reviving the NetBSD project, mixing some free BSD things with some Apple. Oh yeah, I saw Next BSD. Yeah. You said net, but you mean next. Damn typos. What terminal was I on here? Oh, this guy. This could go over denied. Yeah, no worries, no worries. I was just clarifying so that everybody else knew what the hell we were talking about. Alright, driving ergo. Getting connection management and disconnection detection working has always been such a pain. I don't remember how I did any of this testing either, like I said. Which is really, really annoying. Well. Yeah, this looks like it's just potentially totally broke. Schedule client ping. I don't think we're eating log messages. No, I know we're not. But for lulls, let's do this. We might be setting the warning level. I doubt it, but maybe. What time do we start this at? 23:05. No. 20. Yeah. 00:23. Okay, so it's almost been 3 minutes, and we have not gotten disconnected yet. Using Codeberg now, thanks to Fedora. This one, the Codeberg doesn't accept IPv6 addresses, so you have to write an SSH rule just to push stuff? Oh, that sucks. That shouldn't be that hard, you know. Just add a, disable IPv6 for that one. I can't remember how that works. That particular argument, but yeah, I have tons of SSH configs for little shit like that. But that's cool. I'm on the wrong thing again. Alright, it's been 3 minutes, no change. I think I fucked up the rules. No, they're clear. Oh, right. So, we schedule client pings all the fucking time. Oh. This is part of the problem with the CLI. Yeah, this is just with the CLI, because the stupid way it works. So... Oh, right, but pings and pongs are supposed to go straight through. Do we normally see pings? So we're just gonna not block anything. The server should ping us within a minute or so. I don't know which client this is. In theory, it's 55288. Yeah. So we're looking for a response from 5528 when the server pings us, which it has not done yet. Come on. Alright. So the server pinged us, we ponged him. Okay, so we do log this. Cool. Now we drop packets. And it looks like it was like 2.5 minutes in between messages. Or a minute and a half, rather. Set a rule in your SSH configure. Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, there's all sorts of fun stuff you have to run into, especially with like older servers and shit like that. It's annoying, but it's a thing. Alright, so this should be at 28:30. We're almost there. That it should have missed a ping. How's it going, Fallen? Welcome, welcome. How are you? Like, why? Like, I don't understand why we're not seeing this getting called. So I'm guessing this might be the wrong value. I think the value is 0. I think that's the problem. Which we'll see when we connect here, but I think it's 0. No, it's... Okay, why the fuck is it 300 seconds? Does anybody want to wait 5 minutes to get disconnected, to detect disconnection from IRC? I'm guessing not. Where the hell is this coming from? $60 seems reasonable. Like, even 90. Let's do 90. A minute and a half. Oh my god, this, like, I'm not waiting 5 minutes for this thing to fucking time out regardless. But now we have to wait 90 seconds. For Pidgin 2, I think we set it to 60. Like, I'm okay with 90. 90's not a big deal. $300 seconds, way, way, way too long. At least for testing. Do. Okay, yep. So it failed. So now it's, oh yeah, right. So this is why even 60 seconds is okay. Because it waits until it hasn't gotten any messages for the server for 90 seconds, and then it waits another 90 seconds. So with that 5-minute timer, that's 10 minutes until it actually disconnects. All right. 60 seconds is probably fine. Because, 60 seconds before we attempt to connect, and then, if we wait a whole 60 seconds until that fails. Let's make sure this fails at the 90, and then we'll make it 60. All right, cool. Client error. Server stopped responding. Sweet. Exited like it should have. All right. Let's put this to 60. Drop the rules so we can connect. Now we only have to wait 2 minutes. I should have deleted all the log bullshit, but it's fine. We'll verify again once all this is here. While we're waiting, let's do this. All right. If enabled, server must send private message and notice messages back to the client that sent them. If servers apply any modification to these messages, they must send the final version of the message back to the originating client. For clients receiving a message with themselves as the sender, acts as an acknowledgement that the message has been delivered to the server. Clients that receive self-sent private message and notice messages must treat them the same way as if the client itself would have sent the message to the targets. Clients may choose to disable local echoing of sent private message altogether or present them in a pending state. What? Clients may choose to disable local echoing. Okay, sure. The message tags capability has been enabled. The same rules apply to tag message. Okay. Clients may choose to not wait for an acknowledgement from the server before displaying sent messages to users. Clients may instead choose to display a temporary local message that's replaced once the echo message acknowledgement is received. However, correlating these is not straightforward, as the server may modify them before acknowledgement. Yep. There's also additional complications for self-targeted private messages. Right. So, we do not currently implement labeled responses, which is fine. It's not a big deal. We just need to do it. Label responses, all you do is you add a tag with your label as you send it, and then the server has to send it back. Right, so as you send a private message, you would label... Actually... Oh, right, your label is whatever custom label you want to give it. So in our case, this would be like label ID equals bleh. And then we would go that route. All right, anyways. All right, cool. So we got disconnected, cool. That's working as intended, awesome. What we want to do is run this one more time. Disconnect. Now we want to pay attention so that after the first one happens, we want to go ahead and drop the rules to reestablish connection and see that it picks up its connection where it was. I don't know why the hell we set this to 5 minutes. That's way too long for anybody. Unless you're on like a super slow ass connection, but the default should not be 5 minutes. It's too long, too damn long. Me for this is IPv4. Because this is just on my LAN. Alright, so there. We did the client-side ping, cool. We drop our IP table rules, that drops everything. And then we got a response. Right, so our ping went through, the server ponged us, and now we're rescheduling for 60 seconds. So. Alright. I guess we didn't put any of those here, we put it all here. Is this really all we changed? Yeah, that's fine. It's too long to notice a disconnection in a chat protocol. But actually, it was 10 minutes before disconnecting as we waited 5 minutes to try to see if the connection was valid and waited 5 minutes before giving up on that. Now we wait a total of 2 minutes if connection, or if the connection has been completely lost. Alright. Oh, it's much better. $47.44. Use IP tables to drop packets to my local Ergo server and verified it detected. And verified it was detected much faster. I should probably call them the turtles too. Also called in the turtles. Alright, now that's just the default, right? Pidgin's also going to set the same default, but we should have that available to users because sometimes, like, we're never going to find something that works across the entire world, right? Some people have absolute crap internet. Some people might be talking on the moon, right? So we need to be able to have a ping timeout that's, you know, reasonable and, you know, that they can tweak. And, you know, other people have, you know, less than 100 millisecond latency. So, cool. Like, good for them, but yeah. But did we put this in as an account setting? I don't know that we did yet. Like, probably not. Setting equal. Oop. Account setting int new client ping timeout. Seconds between client side pings. And then the default is 60. Or we'll put it at 60, sure. We didn't give ints a min and max, did we? We did not. We should probably do that at some point. But the protocol can check it and go from there. Okay. So now the big difference here is, yeah, wait, why is this all fucked up? It's not fucked up, it's i3 lost its shit, which it does sometimes. And I used the wrong true because I'm a dummy. Alright, so now if we go here, seconds between client-side pings. Boom. Sweet. Okay. Then V3 connection. Why do we... This shouldn't matter anymore. Why do we have that set up so fucking weird? Well, let's see, whatever. Yeah, I don't... So, like, port does the same thing. I don't know why Oh, okay. We use that to flip it if they're TLS or not. To okay, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's totally what I wanted. Um, if this client... Oh, I missed the set. No. Did you mean if his client set client ping timeout? Okay. So now we should actually be able to kill this thing in a decent manner. Just gotta wait 2 minutes. Oh. So yeah. Do. Come on. What? Oh, that's us sending a ping. Right, so that's our client side ping. We might be disconnected at this point and haven't detected it yet. I don't know how much of this actually works right, because this is all really old. Oh, damn it. Okay. Oh, we got... Oh, that's stupid. Okay. So the account did get disconnected. Oh, we did get the notification too. Okay, cool. The cancelable got canceled, which it should have, but we don't want to use that as the error message. Which is silly, but that's okay. All right, let's reconnect this. Reconnect. That all reconnected fine. Good, good, good. I wanted to see this actually do its thing, though. To see if the account window updates. Oh, we didn't validate the input yet either. Should we? It is an advanced setting. I'm saying should we, because if it's 0, we could, in theory, disable client-side pings that way. But I also don't want people to end up DOSing servers and then get blamed for it. $10:33:15 should be right now. Yeah, look at that. Ooh. Like, for those of you not using Pidgin 3, not knowing when you got disconnected is so annoying, because you're like, is this thing up? No. Oh. Right. So, all right. Let's do this. Do something really annoying and set it to 10. Hit save. Reconnect. Oh. Yeah, we have to fix them damn things too. Yep, so there's our ping. 10 seconds, we should see another ping. Just waiting for it. Oh. We canceled already? Oh, this might be an actual bug in this. Yeah, we didn't test this setup. This is a bug. So if the server sends a message, we're supposed to clear all that stuff. Right, so that's the handler for it. And this is when we got a message from the server. Okay. What we'll do to test this is... Oh, I think we'll do it that way. We'll figure it out, though. Yeah, we don't ever handle that right. Lovely. Right, yeah, I think we only handle this on the ping message. cats are fighting at the bottom of the steps. And by fighting, I mean playing and just hissing and shit. It drives me nuts. We received anything on the server, we can clear out the client ping timeout. If it's not empty... Yeah, this isn't right. Like, this doesn't match up. If we received anything from the server, we can clear the client ping timeout, but only if the message is Pong. No. If it's anything from the server, then it's anything from the server. Right, we got a response. That's what we wanted. Don't need this. This goes away. This goes away. Okay. Okay. I don't know exactly how we're... Oh, we tested this by setting the client ping timeout real low. I don't have a way to set that from the client right now, and I don't want to add a way to set it, so we're just going to hard code it in. Although I guess we can just add the damn option too. Although I don't know what the hell argument we're going to give this. So we've got upper P and lower P. And lower T. I guess upper T or C? We've got lower C. Let's do upper T. Well, I guess we just use... Where the hell do we use port and server and shit? Oh, it's in G application run. I was like, what do you mean? Oh, fuck that up. Am I not in this room anymore? Pidgin 2 definitely is. Okay. Pidgin, oh yeah, Pidgin 3 is not. It says Ergo's disconnected, but it doesn't actually do anything about it. Alright, so there's the ping. We send this. That one came through. Now we should not get disconnected. Fuck, why did we get disconnected again? Wait, what? This is... I should have read that code better. This is all fucked up. If it's not empty, and we got a ping, so this is verifying the pings. Sorry, it's messed. Yeah, this comment is not supposed to be here. It is, but it's not supposed to be here. This is to verify that we got the right ping. Fuck, why is this so busted? What does the spec actually say for handling pings? Because I mean, we're doing this all fucking wrong is part of the problem. There's must send a server parameter. Client should ignore it. It exists for historical reasons. It indicates the name of the server sending the pong. Clients must not send a server parameter. I don't know why this is so busted. If this is wrong, we should error out. I don't remember. Is there? Do we have connect, connect async, disconnect? We don't want to call quit. Well, I guess we can call quit. This is a dumb scenario. I'm answering my own question. I was going to ask on the IRC v3 room, how should I handle this? But the answer is the token should be, I'm only handling one token, and if I don't get, and I don't ever send more than one token, right? So if this didn't match, then I didn't get the right response. Speaker has a question. If open source is using AIs, okay, that's very word salad. Go generated by AIs trained by other people code. Will not that make a copy of other known person code? Yeah, that's part of the problem, Speaker. And by definition, so open source works based on copyright law. Many courts have decided that AI code cannot be considered copyrighted work. So, like, by definition, you shouldn't be able to, by legal definition, AI code should not go into open source. You're using Node.js, you can run your own voice and video servers backend. I wonder if voice video will be into. Yes, voice and video will be in Pidgin 3. It should have been in Pidgin 2 20 years ago, but nobody wanted to deal with it back then, and it was a lot harder than it is nowadays. We have a rough draft of a bunch of the API and how things are going to work, but we haven't actually implemented anything yet. Yeah, then this takes an error. Like, is there any copyright thing for company not to train people code and get other open source to be copyright? The thing is, AI gives zero fucks about copyright. They don't care. And they claim, you know, it's just like a human learning. They can't reproduce it, even though people have shown again and again that you can pull full exact works out of AI models. But you're asking a whole bunch of questions to which nobody has an answer. Right? Like, AI, by the very way that it was constructed, by basically working around all open source licenses, goes against the spirit of open source. There are many people that are like, that's fine. We'll use it in open source. And there's a lot of people who are like, this is fucked. Don't do this. Right? That's the state of things. Let's do use fetch. Finch is what it's called. So right now, Finch is basically not planned to continue. There will not be a Finch 3 as of right now. Not unless somebody wants to stand up and rewrite it in a different curses front end or terminal front end or update and adopt libgnt. There should be some kind of law for this. Yeah, that'd be great, Sweaker, but law moves way slower than tech does. So, but that's another reason why I and many other people are pretty much fuck AI. Right? There you go. Whole bunch of AI poops. There's your slop. Slopperia. Yeah. Where the fuck is disconnect? There it is. Oh, an error and then a reason. Okay. Do we disconnect new error? Probably not. Nope, so I'll have to create the error, and this doesn't take the error. Oh, this does take the error. Yeah. Oh. We can break out of this? Is this a loop? No, this is a big ass if. Oh god, this fucking sucks. I gotta rev the API for this. Which is stupid, but yep, it's fine. Thing is, if they train their thing with open source codes, and their product should be open source for free. Yeah, that's the problem. But all of the AI companies claim that you can't reproduce the original work from their AI, although people have proven that you can. I don't know how up to date that information is. It's probably changed the last time I heard it. I don't know. It's been a while. But therefore, since you can't, since it can't reproduce the original work, it's like a human that's reading the text and then, you know, pulling it back from memory, right? They don't have the whole thing. They can't reference the whole thing. They're just, you know, doing it because they learned it in passing. And it's a whole bunch of bullshit is what it is, right? And yeah, that's the way it is. Like, if you want to go fight this, by all means, go for it. But it's a huge battle against a bunch of very, very, very rich people. And I'm not going to spend my time on it. I am going to spend my time telling everyone that AI fucking sucks, because it does. And yeah. Like, I don't mean to be a dick, but like, if you think AI is gonna, you know, make all software developers obsolete and shit, and like, I'm a fool for not using it, then prove me fucking wrong and build Pidgin and AI. Like, everyone's like, oh, AI is amazing, it can do all these things. Great, fucking replace me. Prove it. Can't send AI either. You're trying learn not to have things done for you to the point you don't know anything. Yeah, okay. You write and enjoy all your code from scratch. If I get stuck, Since you do a lot of PHP, I read the PHP doc. Yeah, right, exactly. That's what you do, right? That's how you learn stuff. That's how you learn to do things. But like all these people are like, oh yeah, it's great. You're gonna be, or you know, you can do all these things. Great. Fucking write Pidgin. Write Pidgin 3. Write a competitor. Do it. Like, if AI is so great and so amazing and it's going to replace all software developers, replace me right now. Go ahead. Like I have 10 years in on Pidgin 3 exactly directly. 10 and a half now at this point. If AI could replace me, why wouldn't I have done that? If AI could write this program and build it, why would I have not done that at this point? Right? Possible for now. AI cannot count 1 to 100. You can, so you're better. Yeah, I like the way LLMs work, they cannot create anything new, at least not intentionally. So anything that doesn't currently exist cannot be created by an LLM. But people fight me on this tooth and nail because they are fucking morons. It's so fucking irritating. Like, it's called generative AI, not fucking general AI that can actually think and, you know, make decisions. But, oh, they both start with Gen. I guess they're the same. I'm an idiot. So fucking annoying. Fuck. I just lost that code. Okay, not all of it. Good. Median regurgitator. It should just be called fuck off. Can we please stop talking about the giant fucking time wasting machine? AI does not save time. I have actively trying to use AI. I've told everybody here to fuck off with AI, and we are still fucking talking about AI. How does this save any fucking time? Explain it to me like I'm fucking 5. And like the funny part is, all the time that people save by AI, they spend it telling you about all the time it fucking saved them. It's so fucking absurd. Oh, you'd save a lot of time if you used AI. I don't want to use AI. Well, you should use AI. You'll save a lot of time. Dude, fuck off, you broken record piece of shit. Like, I don't understand how this is a hot take either. I've tried every single way to describe that, like, I just don't want to use AI, right? Like, hey, I like to write code. Sometimes I enjoy writing the monotonous code, the boilerplate that AI is so good at. Sometimes I like doing that stuff because it lets me feel productive while still getting something done, or whatever, while not using my brain too much, right? It's just, it's so fucked, man. So fucked. And I feel like I'm living in a fucking circus or something, because we keep running around in this fucking circle. It's just, yeah. All right, this just looks as if it's batched. And to be clear, I wasn't telling you all to shut the fuck up. But, just this... all these fucking hypotheticals and whatever bullshit about AI, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit all the way down. AI is a giant hype machine to make AI companies more money. That's it. And now they're trying to put ads in it. So they stole everyone's data, and now they're trying to sell it back to you and force you to watch ads for it. It is a fucking con. Like, it's just... I don't understand how people don't see this, but whatever. Okay, so I think we need to move this to the top of this. Before we handle all this other stuff. We have to get the command, we got the source. Okay. We'll do it after source. No, I am by no means the greatest hacksawer of all time. How would you even measure that? I'm just some idiot with a fucking opinion about AI. And for some reason, everyone tries to fucking change my opinion. Oh, bro, you should really check this out. No. You should really check this out. No. You should really check this out. Do you understand consent? You should really check this out. You do not seem to understand consent. You should really check out AI. Do you rape your partner because you do not understand consent? Bro, what? It's just like, well, I keep saying no and you keep saying yes. So at this point, I believe you to be a rapist. Full stop. The thing is, this is just the current round of it, right? What was before this? Fucking NFTs. What was before that? Bitcoin. What was before that? Social media. What was before? Like, it's all the same shit again and again and again, and people keep falling for it. It's just... It's just the same shit again and again and again, and people keep falling for it. Well, I mean, .com was before social media, but like .com is very generic. That's just everything needs a website, right? There's other stuff in there I'm forgetting right now, but it's AI, crypto, NFTs. What's the other big one I'm forgetting? These things too, right? Like, remember, all these things are trying to do, they're not trying to make your lives easier. They're trying to make money off of you. Right? They're trying to sell convenience. They're trying, right? Like, Uber and Lyft destroying the fucking taxi industry, for better or worse, right? I'm not saying it was good or bad, but now taxis are making a comeback and Ubers and Lyfts are, right? The whole thing about autonomous driving cars. It's not about making it easier so you don't have to drive. It's about selling you a fucking vehicle, selling you a ride. Like, it's not to make your life easier. It's to extract money from you. Digital media, right? How many here just lost movies that they purchased from Sony, deleting them from their store, right? How many times has this happened with video game stores where you get digital copies? It's like, nope, you just had a license and we're shutting down the store, so you're F now. Great, have fun, right? Stop letting them do this. They sell you the convenience to extract money from you. That's all it is. Go buy a DVD, rip it your own copy. At least in the US, you are allowed to create your own backup copy, rip it, put it on Jellyfin or MB or something open source, and serve it to yourself. They can't take that away from you. Those can drive in Bangladesh, can drive anywhere? Yeah, they can't. Dude, there's just a story somebody shared today where there was some like CEO startup fucking techno bro douchebag piece of shit that was in a Waymo that was just stuck in a circle in a parking lot. Yep. Parking lot. No other cars around. The car's just stuck doing a fucking circle. How many years have they been doing this? This isn't the first time it's happened. You're just like... like we're just fucking doomed, right? Like, cue the John Connor meme where it's like, we're not gonna make it as people, right? That's exactly where we are. Exactly where we are. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, they want to talk about how tech moves fast and all these things are amazing and blah blah blah. Fucking 10 years and they can't get the shit right. Now, I'm not saying the problem's easy and it should be solved immediately, but I'm saying they've had 10 years to do it and they can't make it not get stuck in a circle. There was another in that article I read too. There's another post where another one got stuck in a roundabout for like 40 minutes or something, and you're just like, dude, seriously, what the fuck? So yeah, here's the article I was reading. Just like, the drone leaving package to your house seems cool. Yeah, sure. I don't have any of those, luckily. But yeah, let's talk about flock cameras, huh? Yeah, and how nice those are. Wait until drones start having flock cameras on them, right? It's just... It's just, I don't know, this shit's all fucked. You don't know what flock cameras are? Okay, so, flock cameras are automatic license plate reader cameras, or ALPRs. And what they do is they just scan your license plate and then they note where your vehicle was at that time and place. And one of the big things that keeps happening is police officers that have access to it keep using it for stalking people. Their exes, other people, just harassing people, whatever. And that, like, even here in Milwaukee, the cop that was in charge of investigating officers that were abusing it, abused the fucking system. And then on top of that, the flock database gets opened up to all sorts of other government agencies. There was another one here recently, I think it was in Wisconsin, I don't remember exactly where I'm gonna mess up the numbers, but it was something like 5,000 different agencies had requested data from this small town in Wisconsin's flock system. Yeah, flock is a massive Fourth Amendment end run too. The Fourth Amendment, for these who don't know, in the United States is the right to it's It's not a legal search, but unreasonable search. The right to not be unreasonably searched without cause, not cause, but whatever. It's something along those lines. Let me just look it up before, instead of paraphrasing. Constitution of Congress.gov has to see if I'm not a fucking bot. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable search and seizure. That's the words I was looking for. So it's the right to against unreasonable search and seizures. Flock cameras are essentially unreasonable search and seizures. Well, unreasonable search. Shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. This is a big part of it. The other thing now too is apparently flock cameras are being hidden in speed limit detector stuff too, which is just a whole other fucking thing, but whatever. Yeah. The latest gen are more than just ALPRs in them? Really? What else are they doing? Okay, yeah, you just paste the whole thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, like it's just it's all fucking surveillance state bullshit. Like we are literally, whether people want to believe it or not, we are literally turning into 1984. And if you have not read that book, or just please at least go watch the fucking movie so you have an idea of what the fuck is happening. Right? The flock cameras are very literally the telescreens with Big Brother always watching everybody. That's literally what the flock cameras are. Luckily, they seem to only be outside and at intersections, but that doesn't mean they aren't elsewhere. They have full wireless sniffers in them too. I think super wardrobe. Really? Huh. Some nerd. Go read, or at the very least, watch the movie for 1984. As I just said, they have these things in the story. I don't know what they're called in the movie because I haven't watched the movie in forever. But in the book, I believe the exact term is telescreen. And there are telescreens that are always on and always watching you all the time. That is a major premise of the story. So please stop making assumptions and go watch the fucking movie at the very least. So you get you a Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or cell phone near them. They log it. Lovely. Great. I'm going to have to turn all this shit off all the time. Oh, I think my roommate has my copy. I'm going to go grab one. Hold on. All right, my roommate apparently has my copy of 1984 and Animal Farm, and you should definitely read or watch both of those movies and books. Also add on Fahrenheit 451. I still really need to read A Brave World at some point. I haven't read that. And there's a bunch of other ones. They're all there, and this shit is all happening. And if you haven't read those stories and you're into tech, please, for the love of God, at least watch the movie. Isn't it on Project Gutenberg? Did I spell it right? Really? 1984 is not on Gutenberg. Well, that's a problem. Okay, well, whatever. Like, Fahrenheit 451, they destroy all books. Books are outlawed, and if they find them, they burn all your books and everything, and I think they put you in prison and shit. That's essentially, you know, forcing everybody, like, I'm reaching here, but that's a bit like forcing everyone to use AI for everything, right? You can't actually find the source material anymore. It's just what they say it says, right? But yeah, like everybody at the very least, just go watch the movie. Is it on like Tubi or something? There's like 4 different copies of the movie too. Yeah. Okay, and this is the one with John Hurt. Yeah, there. You can just watch it on fucking Tubi. Here you go. No more excuses. Go watch it. Yeah, by all means, read the book if you can, but if you've got 2 hours to burn, and only 2 hours to burn, just watch the movie. Right? The movie at least gives you the fucking cliff notes, right? You should definitely read the book, but like, watching the movie is better than making dumb assumptions like, well, they didn't have tech in 1984. Right? Yeah, I don't know if Tubi works in other countries, but like, go sailing if you need to, right? Just for the love of God, please. Like, if anybody thinks what's going on with the AI stuff, the whatever, big tech pushing this shit down our throats, all this surveillance camera, all this other bullshit is situation normal. I'm sorry, you're just asleep at the wheel. Then yeah. SWK, that's what they said earlier. You'll see it in scroll back. This can't be the full movie. It's only 50 minutes. Oh, sorry. This is the 1960 version. So, like I said, there's multiple different versions of the movie. I've actually never even finished the John Hurt one, which is from 1984. I think you are looking at the one from 1956, but this says it's an hour 30. The original film version from 1953 on CBS Westinghouse Studio. So maybe, but then this was from 56. So this is like a short version of it or something. But like there was even just a new version in 2023, right? Like there's a ton of these. Just go fucking at least watch one of them. Or get an audiobook. Fuck. Like they're all based on the same source material, right? All the 20 plus years ago when they started putting cameras everywhere in schools and yeah, exactly. It's just, it's so ridiculous. There's some story too. I don't remember what it is. Where like, so like, you used to be able, like, there's the whole thing about having to hide in a crowd, right? So like, if you value your privacy at this point, or maybe it's just 1984 that cover this too, right? So like you have to make yourself look like everyone else, right? So if I keep going through flock checkpoints and they can see my phone and all of a sudden they just stop seeing my phone eventually, well, that's going to become suspect, right? If every single other car that goes past this camera, they see a phone and then they don't see me, well, why doesn't that guy have a phone? That's weird. That's suspicious. Why is there no phone here, right? And it's like, oh, so they normalize it so that everyone just doesn't make a big deal out of it. And then when someone's just like, no, I don't want you tracking me, they then use that as criteria to track you. Right? Now, to be clear, right? You might think I'm fucking being crazy and paranoid, right? This is how ads work on the web. 100%. If you haven't heard of Panopticlick before, Flock also classifies your car, make, model, color, bumper stickers, any damage. I'm like, I assumed as much, but yeah, right? Spin opt to click. This is a great one too, right? So investigate my browser, authorize the investigation. I think this is wait, EFF pan opt to click. Like it's asking for, okay, all right. And if you aren't supporting the EFF at this point, I should definitely recommend supporting them as well. But if you don't even know that there's a problem, then yeah. All right, well, whatever. So, actually, I don't know what this is going to say, so we're going to do this real quick. Because I don't think it's going to grab my IP address. But we'll see. You've never heard of the EFF before? Oof. Well, the Electronic Frontier Foundation is something you should really look at. This doesn't seem like the... This is not the site I'm thinking it is, and this looks like bullshit. Didn't have my IP or anything, but yeah. With the EFF's panopticlick. Panopticlick.eff. Okay, this is the right one. So, test your browser to see how well you are protected from tracking and fingerprinting, right? So what this will do is, this is going to use a whole bunch of stuff that your browser will tell about your machine, or will tell websites about your machine, for all sorts of stuff. Again, I don't know. I don't think this is going to share my IP address, but I don't know. So that's why we're masking it out right now. EFS is a great org. They even represented you once in a lawsuit with a major U.S. railroad company over a clearly satirical website poking fun at rail company. Nice, nice. Okay, so I'm just looking to see if my IP is in here real quick, and then we'll go over this. Okay, this looks relatively safe. I mean, if I get doxed IP, I get doxed IP, whatever. All right, so what does Panopticlick say about my machine? Blocking tracking ads, yes. Blocking invisible trackers, yes. Protecting you from fingerprinting. My browser has a unique fingerprint. Buddy of our years worked for CSX. We ended up making them a -sucks.com website. They sued us over it. Oh, wow. Back when I was a teenager, I worked at AMC Theaters, and I created anti-AMC.com. It never got big enough for them to see it, though. So let's see. Your browser fingerprint appears to be unique among the 316,161 tested in the past 45 days. Yeah, I wouldn't expect the EFF to share your IP address either, but maybe, right? But yeah. Currently, we estimate that your browser has a fingerprint that conveys at least 18.27 bits of identifying information. Detailed results, web hacker, JavaScript defined characteristics, whatever. So it said I'm Firefox 20, whatever. Web header, yada yada, bits of identifying information, yada yada yada. Except headers can give you away too. Browser characteristics. So it's looking at, oh, there's a PDF plugin loaded. Interesting. So these are plugins, not to be confused with extensions. Plugins are native code that runs in your browser, just like a Pidgin protocol plugin or Pidgin plugin in general. Same idea, same concept. All right, time zone offset. They know my time zone. Or time zone offset. They know my time zone. They can read my screen resolution. This actually should go further because they should be able to see all 4 of my screens, I believe. Right? Didn't look right. There's, like I said, I believe they can get all my monitors, but they're only showing 1. Right? But then the browser or the website can see all of your fonts, right? So they can use that to then, all of this builds up a unique ID, right? Cookies are enabled. Yep. Limited super cookie test. I forget how super cookies work. Hash of canvas fingerprint. Something. I don't know what the fuck that is. Hash of WebGL fingerprint. Randomized by, again, don't know. WebGL vendor and renderer. AMD Radeon. Right. So now they can read my fucking video card. Or at least close to my video card. And this is just by going to a website. Language. Platform. Linux. Whether or not I have touch support. Ad blocker used, no JavaScript. The metric is like Canvas, but for audio rather than graphics. An audio sample is generated. That audio sample is then serialized and measured to provide this fingerprint. Interesting. It didn't record. I don't know what this does, but yeah. Oh, it's going to be unique depending on your audio card and drivers and will usually not change over time. Modern, okay, ooh, that's crazy. But like, so there's a web spec that used to be able to check whether or not you had a battery or your machine was on battery, and it used to have, I used to keep a reading, or it used to expose what your battery percentage was at, right? How much battery you had left. They removed that part from the spec because it was being used to track people, right? Because like say you're even at a university, right? You've got hundreds of thousands of students in the university, right? But you've got one student that you're trying to track and they happen to be on a mobile device that happens to have 93.33% battery life. When they make the next web request and their battery is at 93.33 or 90.3.32%, the likelihood that it is the same user is extremely high. Right? That is the level these fucks have been going to forever. So, yeah, like this stuff has been happening this whole time. Why are ads so obnoxious and everything? Because of that. Yeah, this is a big thing that makes me unique. Hardware concurrency, 32 CPU cores. Yep. They can't get my memory size. That's good. Right. But again, this is just from going to a web page. They know that I'm running Linux on a machine that has 32 cores. I'm running Firefox. I have a bunch of system fonts, all this other stuff by accessing a web page. Just, it's insane how much tracking these companies are doing, and people just let it happen. It's yeah. CLE monitors are this thing they have to call that would trigger a pop-up. Oh, is there? Okay. Oh, right. They probably just doing like document.window.width and .height, right? Something like that. Or is it just window dot? I don't know the JavaScript stuff for this, so inner width, inner height, maybe. Yeah, right. So they can guess the inner width of this window is 1277. There's probably a better way to do it, but yeah. I just don't know the specifics because I'm not a JavaScript person, right? I don't need any of the events. That's all the odd stuff are events. Curious what window.parent does. Oh, screen. What does dot screen give me? Yeah, there you go. Window.screen. Available width 1280, available height 720, width 720, height 720, color depth 24-bit color depth, pixel depth is 24. The top is at 720, the left is at 720. That's weird. Because that seems like it's telling you that there's another monitor, but it wouldn't be 720 pixels. Because there's a monitor to the left, but it's 1080 wide. And there's a monitor above that's 1080 tall. So I don't know. Anyways, we got an ad. Sorry, I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. Alright, much better. Something really funny. This code that uses WebRTC extension in your browser to show your IP. Okay, so don't show it on stream. It's been expired. You don't have to serve it from a web server, review before running on your own machine. Yeah, well, it didn't work. Oh, okay. Must have a typo or something. Alright, yeah. I believe you that it's possible. It's, yeah, it happens. It just, like, the amount of shit these companies do now, and it's absurd. Like, I really wish the Gemini protocol, not to be confused with Google Gemini piece of shit, there's another web technology called Gemini, which works a lot. It's like a more modern version of Gopher. Like, I think we just need to go back to Gopher, honestly. Like, for the love of God, Gopher or Gemini, let's go. I know you're sharing that for everyone else's benefit, not mine, but yes. Like, if you see anything about stun, turn, ice, these are all ways to expose all that information. Right, like for a while, we were running stun.pidgin.im, and I decided to turn it off. Number one, we didn't have voice and video at the time. The idea was to build it up and use it for it. But the other problem is you can use stun, like public stun, to do all sorts of crazy shit. Like, if you've ever used WireGuard or Tailscale or UDP hole punching, that's effectively stun can do that too. And if you don't lock down your stun instance, all of a sudden people will start using it for that. Just no. Stop. Like, you're not actually doing anything wrong. You're just being a middleman to help them find each other, but you just don't want to do this stuff. And maybe you do, right? I don't know. Maybe you want to honeypot something. But just, it's not something I want to maintain as in the limited amount of time I get for open source shit. All right, we're over here in Ibis land trying to fix this stupid thing. Check for a prong response right away so we can validate our client-side pings immediately. Oh, actually, no. This is still dumb. Why would we want to do this? So what should we do if a server gives us a bad Pong response? We should drop the connection, right? What should the order of this shit actually be? Because what we have now does not work. Like, it feels like we need to validate the Pong before we just accept the server, right? Like, actually, SAPK, maybe you know this. An established TCP connection cannot be reestablished by another host, right? So like, say I'm talking to a server, whatever, I'm talking to a remote. They go offline, somebody else comes on with that same IP address. Like that. That's up to like the routers and switches and shit, right? Okay. So, okay, if you agree that that's possible, that's fine, right? So what I will do here is before I clear the client-side ping, I will verify the client-side ping gave the right response, right? Because if the client-side ping gave a response that was wrong and I'm only ever sending one of them, it's probably spoofed. Right. But like, TLS connections don't break if you disconnect a cable for a second, right? And that's the scenario, well, not even a second, for, you know, a couple seconds. And that's the scenario I'm trying to work with, right? The connection has been interrupted for some reason, right? So like in my case, in my test cases here, I'm using IP tables to drop traffic. Because at that point, the client-side ping is supposed to start kicking in, and then when the client-side ping no longer works or doesn't get a response, then it gives up. But my concern here is that, like, you know, if somebody like, I don't know, ARP poisoned a machine out or something, ARP poisoned their place inside to replace a machine. They shouldn't be able to grab my connection. No, they wouldn't be able to. They wouldn't be able to do it with art poisoning. Maybe no. Even Mac cloning, that shouldn't work. Because on the TCP sequence numbers, they'd have to get that right. But if they're already that far in the network, they're monitoring all that. But whatever. I'll validate that the ping was right, that the Pong had the right response. If it didn't, we disconnect. After that, any other message we get from the server will give up on our client-side ping. We check for a Pong response right away so we can validate our client-side pings. Yeah. Cool. Okay, right? So, this has been asked before. I'm curious. Will Pidgin 3 support move-in features like spaces? Is that built into a ZEP or anything? Like, we're considering spaces, but I'm not sure how I want to implement them yet. There's a bunch of stuff where it doesn't matter. We should just be able to do it regardless. To be clear, when you say spaces, are you talking about a group of conversations or something more than that? Because some people have different definitions of what spaces means. So that gets weird. Well, you can Mac flood a switch and effectively kick it into old-fashioned hub mode. Then you can see the current sequence and act numbers. Oh, yeah, that'd be... Okay. Once you have that, you can intercept... Yeah, okay. I've never heard of a Mac flood, though. Oh, you just exhaust the internal Mac table, right? But that's usually like 2,000 entries or more, right? Yeah, links are fine, right? As long as links are... Like, if you post the... You can post a link. Links aren't turned off by default. People don't come here and spam with them, and if they do, I just... You know, they get banned immediately. So... ZEP 503, a new one, even. Or newer one. Wow, it says new. I'm saying new based on the thing. Server-side spaces. So, for starters, Pidgin 3 has 0 XMPP support. We have a skeleton plugin set up. We're trying to build a new client library to make things work better. But we're starting from scratch, right? We're not trying to keep the old XMPP code around for a number of reasons. The biggest of which is... Like, it's really old and it needs to be rethought out and stuff like that, but... You can effectively overload a Mac table? Okay, yeah. Alright, okay, so this is all pub sub. So we, like... I have no problem trying to implement this, but like I said, it depends on what is actually considered... a space. Space is a pub sub node, acting as a parent of several related rooms and other entities. A space's service is a pub sub service that contains spaces, i.e. is a parent of multiple spaces. Okay, so it's just... A space in this terms is just multiple conversations. But is it just MUX? Or does it include DMs as well? Okay, so then it would, if it's supposed to be like Discord, then it would just be MUX. Because Discord DMs are global. So, what we're doing with Purple right now is we're trying to make everything possible, right? We don't necessarily have implementations, but we're trying to make everything possible. So like right now, we have what we call a conversation manager, which keeps track of all of the conversations, right? This includes DMs, group DM, or one-on-one DMs, group DMs, threads, and what we call channels. I don't want to call them MUX because people get confused by that, and a channel seems... A channel is more used than a MUX, is basically what it comes down to. But basically, a channel slash MUX is something that's built into the protocol layer itself, whereas a group DM is very ad hoc, right? Like a MUX or a channel has like moderation, roles, owners, stuff like that, where a group DM maybe has an owner, right? But like they're not public. Group DMs aren't public. MUX and channels can be public, right? They're more intrinsic to the protocol, where group DMs are more ad hoc, right? It's more like infrastructure versus ad hoc kind of stuff. But anyway, so the way Pidgin 3 and Game 3 right now display conversations is they just ask the conversation manager for what conversations there are. adding the ability to group them is not difficult. We just haven't done it yet, right? So in the case here, what would happen is if we create a spaces object, right, we'd probably add conversation manager, add spaces, or maybe we have a spaces manager. And then we would literally just add the conversations into the spaces. And then when the XMP protocol plugin connects, right, it gets the spaces from the pub sub stuff and it plops them in the right spaces thing, and then we're done, right? But we're a long way away from that, because like I said, XMPP doesn't even work right now. Need something new called Muppets to put them in spaces. All right. A single group chat room is not always enough. In various situations, one wishes to have several rooms or even other entities clustered together around a common theme. For instance, large open source projects use different rooms for support, development, and announcements. Examples: Slack's workspaces, Discord servers, Mattermost teams, WhatsApp communities, matrix spaces. For the purpose of this document, let us call such group of entities under the umbrella term of spaces. This clustering is already possible by setting a dedicated muck service to group several rooms, but existing implementations of muck service leave that option to the administrators only. This specification proposes the use of semantics of pub sub for spaces that are group chat protocol independent, allow other types of entities other than rooms, such as pub sub nodes, and several spaces on a single pub sub service. Allow entities subscribe to updates on space content, can be managed by users. And okay, so yeah, like I still need to learn a lot about how pub sub works in XMPP, because we never really supported that well, and I never learned it well. But my understanding was it worked like a room, but maybe not. No, so you stick your hand up their backside to make them talk. I was gonna have a political comment, but I'll refrain. So now, sometimes seemingly simple stuff is so hard to implement. This would seem super complicated, yet apparently very simple. Yeah, like this to us is not a big deal, right? So like I was saying, right? So in Purple 3, like Purple 3 has been built to handle and do a whole bunch of this stuff. This is one of the reasons why it's taking so fucking long. But so there's a thing called the conversation manager, which, what do you think it does? Manages conversations. Right, this is what I was talking about. It just acts as a simple collection. You can add stuff to it. You can find DMs, find a conversation with an ID. This will just check the type as well as the ID. You can build your own find function. These get stored in a database. One of the cool things we do in Purple 3 is we remember what conversations you had open. Full stop. When you reconnect to a protocol, even if it's IRC, we rejoin all your channels, right? Like in XMPP, that would be a bookmark, right? Without a bookmark, so say in XMPP you join a muck, and then your client disconnects or something. Most clients are smart enough now; they'll bring them back. Bookmarks are typically just used to join the channel when you first add the account. But it's the same idea, right? We just reload that conversation, right? Like anybody who's of a certain vintage, or people that still set up IRSSI or IRC or whatever, pick your IRC client or command line client of choice. You know, you'd spend like a day or so getting your config just right and laying out all your conversation, all your channels, and getting them set up right and everything, blah, 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 right? And then like you'd forget to save your config file and you'd be pissed, because then you'd have to start over, right? And you'd have to do all this stuff again. We just remember it for you, right? You don't have to do a /layout save. We just remember it for you. Because I get tired of it and I spin stuff up and down all the time, and I delete my config directories and stuff, and it drives me nuts. But like just having to rejoin once, yeah, sure, cool. Right? So here, look. So like all these conversations, like Zulip will automatically sync up at startup, but like the IRC ones, these just pop up automatically because they were there. We keep track of all the topics and stuff, so even though the conversation's offline, because I'm not on Libero right now, the conversation's here. I don't have any of the members except myself, but the conversation's online, but we still kept the topic and the name so that, you know, when it shows up in the interface, it looks somewhat reasonable. This is from the demo protocol plugin. This one's, I might not be, yeah, I'm not connected to demo right now, or this doesn't refresh right. Yeah, okay, so these don't refresh right. That needs to be fixed, right? That's a bug, right? But right. So we're getting there. There's just a million things to do, right? And like part of the problem too is because we never supported so much of this stuff, and because actually I just wrote a whole bunch of docs that'll explain this even better. So in Purple 2 and game before it and everything, like I'll just show you this way. I guess just go files, file list, lib purple, conversation. I think it's right. Yeah, so where's chat? Okay, so when you want to write to a chat, here's how you write to a chat in Pidgin 2. You specify the chat, who sent the message as a string, what the message is as a string, flags for the message, and then the timestamp of the message. In modern chat, you're going to notice a few things missing. Namely, an ID for the message, right? There's no ID here, right? Because the message content's right there, the message author's right there, and so on, right? So there's no ID, which means we can't find the message after it's written, right? It's just gone. It disappears. I mean, it doesn't disappear, but I can't index it. I can't find it. I can't go and update it, right? Since I can't update it, it means when somebody changes their name or their display name, we can't fix that, right? We just can't do it because it's a problem, right? We can't find it, right? And even then, even if we could find the message to change the content, right? If we had an ID, we could change the message content. Cool. When they change their display name, we can't go and find all the other messages with that. I mean, we could, but we'd have to do a text search for their name on every single thing because we don't have any of this indexed. We don't have IDs or anything, right? In Purple 3, messages are much different. They have they are a class. They have properties. Most notably, a little one called ID. The author of the message, which, where the hell is it? Oh, I can't alphabetize. Is a class. So that you just set the display name on that author and then it updates everywhere. And more importantly, it updates in every conversation they're in too, right? These are the things we've been trying to fix in Pidgin 3. Yeah, no edits, no deletes, no nothing. Now, we just got to the, like, I've been waiting on the history API for a while. We tried a couple summer codes ago to have a student build a new logging API for the Purple history stuff. We designed it together. I did not see all the pitfalls I was adding. All we were doing was creating a modern version of the previous logging stuff. We eventually ended up deleting it a year or so, actually more than that, probably about a year ago, actually. And this was like a 2020 summer code thing. Maybe it's 2021, 2022. I don't know. But so we now have a history object that, oh, hey, look at this. It has such much methods like add message, look up message, remove message. It'll get more, right? Mark message read, or, you know, set read point, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But like, so now you can look up a message, you specify the ID. It'll start at the end because we want to look for most recent messages. Eventually this will be backed by a local cache. We don't have that part yet, right? I was waiting on writing this API because I thought we wanted to do the local cache right away, and that would be great. But right now, this is more important, right? So now we can actually do local echoing, right? So the way a local echo works is your client will display the message and then send it. And then when it gets confirmation that it was delivered, it will then update the local copy, set it to the proper ID that the server had, mark it as delivered, all that stuff, right? This little guy right here makes that happen, right? This also means that when we get a message in that says, hey, somebody added a reaction to a post, we can find the message, we can add the reaction. When somebody modifies the post, we can find the message, we can change the contents, right? And like I said, we just added this because it's like, wait, I can just do this without the backend. I don't even have to worry about the backend. Let's do this now and we can go that route, right? So, like I said, everything in Purple 3 has been designed to support modern chat. right? In whichever way, shape, or form we want to do it. But if anybody wants to read more of that, oh, actually, I wanted to link the message. So the new docs on message, I just wrote these last night, and we just merged it today. This gives you a lot more definition of everything that we're trying to do with messages and stuff like this. Conversations have a similar thing. They are similarly designed. They're not documented as well yet, right? So like conversation is a real pain in the ass. Just whatever. I've been skipping this stuff because it's all up here and I'm the only one that's really messing with most of this right now. So yeah, so a core representation of a conversation between two or more people. Conversation can be an IM or a chat, right? This is still using the old nomenclature even, right? We don't call them IMs anymore. We call them DMs or group DMs because that's what the industry calls them now. Note when a conversation destroyed with the last G object on ref, the specified conversation is removed from the parent window. This conversation is the only one contain. Yeah, that doesn't even make sense. Like none of that should be there. Right. So these docs just need to be overhauled. Conversations are also a million times more complicated too. But like, while we don't have it done yet, we have everything set up to do this. So like by this, I mean this message I just sent, right? So the highlight my message, it's got the gray stripe on the left. The UI doesn't do any of this yet, but all this stuff is built into message for this. So if we go back to purple message, again, none of this is implemented in the UI, but all of it's here for data tracking. So there is a property called highlighted, right? So highlighted just means the message is highlighted, right? By one way or another, right? Highlight could mean any number of things, but generally a color on the left side is something that Discord does, Slack does, Zulip does, Twitch does, a bunch of them do it, right? So there's the highlighted property to say that, hey, this thing's highlighted, right? Then there's the highlighted color, which you give as an RGB hex color, which is which color to use for the highlight. Cool, right? Then on top of that, you'll notice, so Twitch doesn't have, Twitch does have this, but I don't think I can do this here. Maybe, what's in power-ups? Yeah, I don't think you guys would see this anyways. Can I do this without using my own bit? Yeah. No charges. Okay, so I can do this and I don't get charged. Right? Okay, so it doesn't show it here either. But like when you get like a first-time chatter, Twitch will have a title, right? So the messages can have titles too, right? So like here where it says redeemed highlight from my message, which actually, hold on, I should look at what you all are actually seeing. Like I'm describing this off of the admin console, not what you can actually see. So let's do this again. No, that's not what I want. Go here. All. Right. Okay. Yeah. So the redeem my highlight my message, that's the title, right? That's the message title, right? But then the message contents is the SDF, ADF, whatever. The author's my name. These are what we call badges, right? These are all properties that are built into this now, right? So the timestamp of the message too, right? That's in here. Whether or not system message, if it's replying to another thing. But yeah, so icon is an icon that'll get displayed before the title. But again, the UI doesn't implement this stuff yet, but we're getting there, right? But this, we're building all this stuff here. We just, there's only so much time in the day. So we can't obviously get everything done all the time, whatever. But yeah, so will we implement spaces? Probably, right? Enough people have asked about spaces that we're going to do it. How we're going to do it, how exactly it's going to work it, I don't know, right? And like for the XMPP pub sub nodes, oh yeah, I mean, we've been doing this for 10 years at this point, man. The problem is it takes so long, but we're getting close. So we just did Alpha 2 as a release. Our design or our release schedule is we're doing experimental releases, which where the API can and will change at any point in time, even drastically. Alpha means that we think the protocol APIs are stable and that we're not going to make big changes to them that would require rewrites, but we're still going to make changes. When we get to betas are saying that we think the user interface APIs are stable. Going between alpha and beta, the beta time's going to be slow. It's going to be much shorter because the user interface APIs, they're not that complicated. Most of the time, it's just, hey, just render this object, right? And then after that, we'll get to release candidates for users. And like, users are free to go and try the stuff now. I don't want to be told about bugs that I haven't fixed in over a year, because I'm just like, yeah, this isn't important, right? Like, I'm getting annoyed that IRC doesn't reconnect. So I want, like, that we don't reconnect protocol. So I want to get IRC reconnection fixed. I don't care that sometimes the author doesn't get updated right in a message right now, because that's not, or for system messages, I don't care. Right? Because like, or it's an event message. I don't care. Right? It's like, it has an author when it shouldn't. I don't care. It's a bug I have to fix, and it's been there for like 3 years, and I don't care, because I've got a million other things that are more important to do. But yeah, but as for XMPP, the problem is XMPP is complicated, so it's taking us time to get to it. Now we got an ad. All right. Now we can close this. All right, so we need to get back to fixing this on the IBIS side. Check the Pong response right away. Pong message right away. So, yeah. So if we got a Pong, we should probably be pedantic here. If we got a Pong we weren't expecting it, we should probably get out of here. Or I don't know, what the hell does the spec say? So you just reply to a ping command. Both client and server should have the same as one ping. Client should ignore it. It exists for historical reasons. This indicates the name of the server sending the Pong. Clients must not send a server parameter. I'm not checking that right either. This is just all fucking busted. All right, let's just start over. Verb start equal command comma IBIS message ping or Pong, then token equals null if n params. Oh, do we have n params yet? I don't know that we do. Oh, n params came in on the no. We parse the message. If it is a message, where the fuck did n params come from? Oh. Okay. I'm blind. It's fine. All right. If n params equals 0, or we'll do it this way. Yeah. If n params equals 1, token plus params 1 or param 0. Elif n params equals 2, token equals params 1. Servers can send server name token. Okay, cool. Right, so if we have one parameter, we grab the first one. If we have two parameters, we grab that. And now if we have a token, Well, actually, we should probably do this first. Now, yeah, I think we're going to disconnect here, right? This seems like the right privacy thing to do. If a server sends us an unsolicited pong, we should disconnect, I think. All right, we'll see what they say. Okay, so if we're in a Pong, if verb string is empty, client ping token. If it's client set error. All right, they're saying ignore it. All right, they're saying ignore it. I said maybe log it? Question mark? Somebody said burn the world, leave none to witness it. But one of the things too, it seems like servers should be lenient, but clients should be strict about what they accept. But this are strict about what you send, but lenient about what you receive. I think that's the way it's supposed to be for clients. Make that a message. All right, otherwise, we have a token that we need to validate. Okay, so we get the parameters, we figure out what, that's the token we have. If verb stir is empty, token, due warning, unable to, oh no, this is, do we set error or what the, I do have an error. We use it for that. I need to break this function up. It's getting too big. It's getting too unwieldy to control. Alright, they're saying there's probably no utility in it. I forgot what affliction works on. Affliction works on something big, though. Huh. They said they do not validate the tokens. Which would definitely make this code simpler, but we already put the tokens in. If you're not running TLS and some monster in the middle injects pongs into your connection, good for them. Yeah, that's kind of the concern here, but that shouldn't happen. Oh, but I was using... Okay, so they would go to a Boolean then, rather than a token. Stumbled on this randomly as you're about to purchase a domain for your Pidgin Messenger app? You've never seen Pidgin? You've been working on it for since 2022? Wow. That's... Huh. Considering we turned 28 years old this year, that says something. That said, we do defend our name. So, yeah. Please don't make me get the lawyers involved, because I will, but I don't want to. And when I type PIDJIN into DuckDuckGo, all I get is Pidgin. There's also a webcomic named Frito and Pidgin with a J. Oh, fun. All right. So if we flip this to just the Boolean flag, that will simplify this ridiculously. So we're generating a random token. If not, client dash client ping sent. Doing all right, Dan. How about yourself? Oh, we still need to send the random data. Oh, do. All right, we sent a ping, so and it timed out, so it's time to give up. Okay. Yep. So that's easier. We still. Oh, we don't care about this though. All right. Oh, and we also need to say. We'll do this before we schedule, just in case it's set to something stupid. Client ping sent equals true. What the hell are they linking me to? Oh. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Weird. Okay. Oh, weird. You just woke up too? Yeah, well. It happens. Okay. Client ping sent equals true. All right. So we don't really care. Like, we don't care if we got a Pong at all. Yeah, we should. Let's change the name of this. Instead of client ping sent, no, we'll leave it as sent, right? That means we actually sent it. And then in the reschedule, which we do, no, we can't do it here. Fuck. This is fine. This is fine. Do. Okay. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Something from server, so clear our client ping sent flag. And schedule the next client ping. Client ping sent equals false. Okay. That should clean up all this crap, which is really dumb, but sure. What did I fuck up here? 440. Client ping token 887. Yep, we don't need to clear that anymore. Okay. Oh, what was our timeout? Was like 10 seconds. It should be. Right, so we need to do that, and then this. That guy's not connected. All right. Well, that's getting a response, so now we want to make sure. Yeah, okay. Right, now we don't have to rev the API either, because this is much better. Okay, but now sudo /local bin drop ergo. Cool. We're back in. Drop ergo again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's not quite what I wanted, but okay. Oh, I didn't mean to run it again. Well, that's dumb. That's okay. I can't exactly... Oh, no, we already reproduced this the other way, right? Okay. Yep, we sent the ping. And then... Well, we're getting immediate responses, but that's fine. Okay, yeah. Alright, this is fine. No. It is version.h. How's it going, Temporus? Welcome, welcome. How are you? What in the hell? Alright, where? Early, but not egregiously so. That's good. That's good. We just spent a bunch of time trying to do a bunch of work, and then the IRC people were like, yeah, just don't even bother. Oh. Okay. God, I really got everything added here. Oh, except I didn't put the thing in there. Okay. Alright. Branch. Client side pings. I'll name it better. Client side pings. Simplify client side pings. Pings. For everyone in hash IRCv3 on Libera. No one validates tokens. Validates ping tokens. Ping tokens when only sending single ping. Also add a uh, command line option to the CLI. It also fixes a bug where receiving a message between the client side ping, receiving a message that receiving a non-pong message between the client side ping and the pong wouldn't clear the timeout. Okay. Oh, I gotta run turtles. Do 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 do. 4745. Used IP tables. Oh shit. I wanted to update this one. I'm in the wrong thing. 9. How do I smush these commits? I forget the command. Is it just squash? Or I'll just do it the shit way that I can do by hand off the top of my head. Simplify client side pings for everyone in hash IRC-v3 on Libera. No one validates the ping tokens. So we shouldn't, whatever, that's fine. This also fixes a bug where a server message between a non-pong server message between the client initiated ping wouldn't reset the timeout. Also change the default ping timeout to 60 seconds and add an option to the CLI to change it. All right. 4744. rework all the things. Okay. That other one I'll just reuse for something else. So 4745 will get reused, just not for this. Okay. Back over here. So we added the client ping timeout. Oh, but we were working on the disconnect of this. Oh no, we were moving to the stop signal. Client stopped account with error. Client stopped account. It should be fine. Oh, right. The default is... Okay, so... Oh, right. Did I change this yet? Yeah, okay. So it's only 10 seconds here. I don't know why I did this here, but sure. Oh, right. That's... fuck. I think we have to shelf this for now. Right, like the ping timeout can't be faster than the server ping. Or something to that extent. Oh my. Damn, we just missed an ad. I gotta take a break. I gotta go pee and get water. We'll see what this does when I get back. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're not breaking here. Cool. Whew. I need to find something to eat and everything's like, ugh. Oh, man. Alright, so whatever. This technically works, but we can't make it real short, which sucks. We should be able to set it to like 90 for testing. Demolition. Oh, it's set to 90. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's disconnect all the things. No, we wait. Oh. Oh, we have it default to 60 though, in the new stuff. So I should change this to 60. It's not going to matter for the first one. Oh, it's the save. You're not supposed to be able to edit stuff like that on the account editor. Oh. It's going to be bedtime here very soon. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Oh, we should see the, okay, so we sent our ping. At 12:47:03. If we're lucky, it read the new timer for the next time, so it should be at 47:08, or 48:03 rather. Okay. 48:33, we'll see what happens. Okay, so that disconnected, cool. I don't I gotta see where that's originating from. But we should probably not be using the main cancelable in the way that we are. At least in this. That's what it looks like here. There we go, some more. Do 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 do. Oh, this waiting for timeouts sucks. Okay. 1250, 38. Hopefully 60 seconds. Oh, actually, we don't care. So we'll undo this. I don't know why it says unhandled, but. Oh, right. Okay. Because when we implemented all this, we didn't have client-side pings, so we didn't handle pongs. I'm just waiting for the server ping to come through. Okay. 5221. Okay, so the server sent it at 1:30. Well, I'm curious why ours didn't come through. Alright, whatever. This is better regardless. Alright, let's implement or tell that we handled the Pong message. Oh, is this in connection? No, we're supposed to. Why do we mark this as not handled? Whatever, we'll skip that for now. I don't really care. Connect to the ibis.client stop signal. To detect connection failures. Whatever. Disconnection. Also add an option to tune the client ping timeout. What was the one I accidentally messed up? 4745. Oh. Huh. So you can't change the repository, which makes sense. I don't want to discard it so we can still use it, so. Okay. It'd be so nice to actually know when I got disconnected. And the next step is to auto reconnect, but yeah. Alright, that said, we're gonna get out of here because I am tired as shit and I want to go to bed. So we are gonna go raid Mr. ChipX86, the creator of this software right here. So if you don't want to join the raid, you can go ahead and hit cancel above the chat. Otherwise, there's nothing else you need to do. YouTube, he doesn't stream to YouTube, so I'm just gonna link you directly to his site or to his Twitch. But thank you everybody for coming by tonight. I should be on tomorrow night because it's a normal streaming night. But in the meantime, you can find links to all my social media right over here, including my Mastodon, where I do post when I'm going to go live. And you can also join us on the official Pidgin Zulip server. Zulip is an open source instant messaging client and server and protocol and all that fun stuff. And you can find that over there. So, yeah. So thank you everybody for coming by tonight. Until next time, adios!